In human history, some days change everything. But for one woman, the unthinkable didn't happen once. It happened 3 times. This is the story of human endurance against the odds. A miracle is just a deviation of logic. Violet Jessop was about to become the sea's ultimate anomaly. To survive 3 suggests a pattern that defies logic. This was the era of the giants, ships the size of cities built to be invincible. But the ocean is a cruel master. It demands respect that our hubris often forgot to give. For Violet Jessop, the lesson in survival began long before she ever set foot on a deck. Violet's battle with the odds didn't start at sea. It started in the rugged plains of Argentina. At age 7, she was diagnosed with tuberculosis. The doctors told her parents to prepare for the end. But Violet had a strength that medicine couldn't quantify. She refused to slip away. She was only 7 years old then. It was the first sign that the world couldn't easily claim her. She was a survivor before she ever touched the water. But childhood ended in a single, cold snap of fate. After her father's death, the family returned to England. Poverty was the new enemy. Violet became the breadwinner. She followed her mother into the world of the sea. She was young, elegant, and spoke perfect Spanish and English. She was an ideal hire. She entered a world that worshipped scale. We weren't just building ships. We were building monuments to our own immortality. She didn't know it yet, but her name was already being written into the history of 3 separate disasters. In 1911, the first sister called, the HMS Olympic. She joined the crew of the HMS Olympic in 1911, a palace of steel. It was meant to be the pinnacle of human engineering, the safest place on Earth. For months, it was routine, luxury, service, and the steady rhythm of the Atlantic. We believed we had mastered the sea, that we were above its whims. But on September 20th, the HMS Hawk slammed into the side. In that final second, the world held its breath, a collision of duty and disaster that would echo for a lifetime. The ship held. Violet survived. It was a warning shot, one that she chose to ignore. The Olympic was a survivor too, but the ocean had sent its first warning. But the respite was brief. The ocean was preparing its next move. April 10th, 1912. The Titanic was more than a ship. It was a monument to human ambition. Nearly 900 feet of steel, it was the largest moving object ever constructed. A pinnacle of luxury that promised to conquer the Atlantic. For Violet Jessop, boarding this ship was the pinnacle of her career, unaware that she was walking into a legend. April 10th, 1912. Violet boarded the Titanic for its maiden journey. She almost didn't go. Her friends persuaded her it was the best opportunity of a lifetime. April 14th, 1912. Violet was in her bunk. At exactly 11:40 p.m., history changed. A jagged mountain of ice, hidden in the shadows, tore through the steel hull. Below the waterline, the unsinkable was bleeding out into the freezing Atlantic. These were the silent killers of the deep, immense, and for many, the last thing they would ever see. Violet felt it. A slight jar, the first sign of the end. She was ordered to the deck. Her task, to be a beacon of calm for the panicked passengers. She watched as they lowered the boats. She knew there weren't enough for everyone. Thrust into her arms by a desperate officer, the bundle was a forgotten baby. In the panic, she was chosen to be its guardian. She protected a forgotten baby. In a night of 1,500 deaths, she saved one. She was one of the last to leave. She watched the unsinkable ship vanish. At 4 a.m, the Carpathia arrived. Of the 2,200 souls who had boarded the Titanic, only 705 were rescued. Over 1,500 people had been lost to the freezing deep. As the sun rose over the debris, the era of the unsinkable ship ended in a dawn of unimaginable grief. Violet Jessop had survived the unthinkable. A mother's frantic heart knows no gratitude. The mother took the child and ran. No name, no thank you. The survivors were safe, but they were haunted. April 18th, 1912. The Carpathia returned to New York, carrying 700 souls and the crushing weight of 1,500 ghosts. She survived. Most didn't. She could have left the sea forever. But Violet was a woman of the sea, and the sea wasn't done with her. Quite yet. But the peace was over. In 1914, the world went to war. Millions were mobilized. The grandest liners ever built were no longer icons of leisure. They were reclaimed by the state, reimagined as tools of survival in a conflict that spanned the globe. The third sister was called to serve, the HMHS Britannic. This time, Violet wouldn't be a stewardess. She would be a nurse. November 1916, World War I, the third sister, the Britannic. Beneath the calm of the Aegean, iron shadows waited. The sea had become a battlefield, and no ship was safe. It sank in 55 minutes, 3 times faster than the Titanic. A leap of faith into a freezing vortex, the choice between the abyss and the blades. She had one choice: jump and risk being shredded, or go down with the sinking ship. The channel was only 400 feet deep. 30 souls would be lost to the pull of the vortex and the fury of the propellers, but Violet was determined not to be one of them. Darkness took her, but the sea wasn't finished. Cold air, sharp as a knife. The first gasp of a woman who had, once again, refused to stay down. She had a fractured skull, but she was alive. Again. For the third time, she had looked death in the face and won. She stayed at sea for 30 more years. The unsinkable was not just a name, it was her reality. She survived a fractured skull and 3 shipwrecks. Every frame in this room is a ghost. Every memory, a tide that never truly recedes. On a cold, stormy night in 1971, the silence of the Suffolk countryside was broken by the ringing of a telephone. A sound that shouldn't have carried such weight, yet it felt like a summons from the past. A mysterious voice on the other end asked a single question. Are you the woman who once saved a baby from the sinking Titanic?
I was that baby.
Behind the legend of the unsinkable was a real woman. On the 5th of May, 1971, Violet passed away at 83 in her own bed. The ocean is a silent graveyard for the giants of an era long past. Over 1,500 souls were lost to the freezing deep when the Titanic vanished, and 30 more followed in the Britannic's violent end. For 42 years, she dedicated her life to the very sea that tried so hard to take it. Her legacy isn't just about surviving the unthinkable. It's about the incredible spirit of a woman who looked into the abyss and refused to blink. She wasn't just a witness to history, she was the survivor of it. She proved that even against the greatest giants man ever built, the human spirit is the most durable of all. The impossible has met its match in the will of those who refuse to break. This was the legacy of Violet Jessop, the woman the sea could not claim. Against the odds.